This broadcast of As the Wasteland Burns was brought to you by Galaxy News Radio and our sponsors at Vaultec. Better living underground.
Now with butt plugs.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of As the Wasteland Burns. When last we left our intrepid heroes, they had just got a mini tour of the annex. They were meeting with several members of Joe's, we'll call them council right now. They have Dr. Abercrombie, who was the lead scientist of the facility. They gentleman named Henry, who call him the head engineer, and the security chief, Dorothy. You're in a partially lit, more because there's no light bulbs in several of the sockets. Conference room, clean, cold water. Sits a couple glass pitchers on the table, and the group had recently brought up the discussion as to bringing the survivors from the Mew Mew Mew, bringing the girls in, and then the other people they had rescued. There's bickering going back and forth between the three of them, with Henry and Dorothy being the most vocal against it. We just can't handle the additional people. Yes, I want to get them here. More knowledge, more people that understand the tech to keep it going. But we just don't have the supplies to do it. Dorothy just keeps looking over. She's glaring at you, Sam, the entire time.
Why me?
Why not?
Well, okay.
I feel like he says that out loud to her. Okay.
It's
If I
You
had
noticed
reacted visibly, I would have just been tilting my head to the side and giving her a thumbs up or something.
Like the additional people will be a security risk too. We know nothing about them. Oh, we haven't even heard back from those juvenile delinquents we set out into the wasteland to find the supply depots. And now we want to add more people in. Abercrombie's listening. And he's like, and you see along the wall, one of the monitors crackles and slowly comes to life, and you can see Joe's face there. So, well, I've heard everything for and against everything you said. Looking to, when his eyes, you can see the display, which is hanging on a giant kind of like a turnstile starts to tilt slightly, and you see it pans over and looks at you, Sally Sue. Sally, what do you have brought in with your pack Brahmin that you can spare or sell us? Keep in mind, and he kind of he kind of, his head kind of bobs like like a shrug. We don't have. We're not a wasteland facility, so there's not like bags of caps just sitting here. We can spare what we have. We can gladly trade what we have, but what do you have that you're able to give up?
I have So that the 100 caps worth the weapons.
Sorry, reading in chat. Sam apparently pulled out his massive ledger. Well, I was like, oh, so that's what you call it.
Yes, I've literally just started listing off components and materials that we have and just letting them take notes.
Yeah, I turned to Sam and said he'd be better person for that.
Yeah. I mean, you might have some stuff that I don't have on my list, but I mean, I have all the crafting components. I have lots of chem-specific crafting components. I have let's see, briefcases with lots of paper money.
I can sell.
I have welding visors. I have boots. I have a working radio. Apparently,
Yeah, you did. You picked that up.
yeah. I got some random mods. We have. Let's see. We have a K88 lockpicking module, although I kind of want to keep that for myself. We have a targeting HUD for our suit of power armor. Don't need to know about that. Nor that. I have some fuzzy handcuffs and some non-fuzzy handcuffs. The fuzzy handcuffs I have marked as being snakes. Yeah.
Definitely can't sell that.
Yep.
Hmm.
I have various pieces of armor. And yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, and the hate mace.
So you're listening. You guys think that Henry's probably going to go into an epileptic shock at this point in time, as he's like, salivating at everything you're describing.
Yeah. I've pulled out the ledger. I've got a little inkwell and a quill sticking out of it, and I'm just going through everything that we have, marking off things that they might want.
And after a moment, Henry, takes a big gulp of water, kind of, calms himself down, catches his breath. That is impressive. He's like, he kind of looks over, and you can see the TV panned, and looks at Henry. We could use all that, but it's only but it's only a drop in the bucket. We need those supplies. We really do. Vault-Tec was supposed to, supposed to ship several tractor trailers loaded with supplies to us before everything went down. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of that even before the bombs dropped. No, we had eyes on it. We had people here from the annex at the main train yard, at the main depot. They saw it all. They saw it was loaded on the trucks. All the trucks were there, but without the proper paperwork, nothing was being released. Nothing was being allowed out.
My notes. Let's see. Hold on. Trying to find. I know I have a note somewhere about. Was this the transportation to Vault 210 from rail line P10? Just out of curiosity. Because we do have some information about various Vault-Tec shipments.
Hold on.
That I had managed to pull from
When you were at the train depot.
Yeah, all those many moons ago. Yeah, we know that the Erie facility has a shipment for Mr. House.
Right, and that's the P10, the rail spur where Mr. House's module may be located.
Yeah.
That was up by Germantown, that area there.
And we know that there's a vault near Germantown, so there's every chance that Vault-Tec could have rerouted the shipment to one of their own facilities.
Yeah, he goes over, he gets up and waddles over to a terminal. He sits down, he can hear, the clacking of the keyboard. And he's like, that's pretty close to where the rail yard, the depot, I should say, was. While it wouldn't have been on that particular spur, it was already loaded onto trucks. But at general location, yeah, Germantown, yes. That's where our members of the annex were. They never, we know for certain they never made it back. Obviously, all those many hundred, decades ago.
I'm going to add that to the POI for Germantown.
So, call continues going back and forth. See that as they're negotiating with you and Sally Sue, Sam, for what supplies they can spare. That's at that's in the subsection of the ledgers where all the porn's being kept, Snake. It's in a separate ledger.
Yeah.
This one, this one wrapped in latex.
Yeah, there are like 5 or 6 ledgers. This is just a massive leather-bound book of parchment.
Yes, it is a very large subsection.
Yeah, the ghoul porn is in a separate book. Don't worry about it.
Although also leather bound, correct?
with brocade stitching.
Yes.
But you can see
in a nice steel lock with a little heart on it and everything. Yeah.
And lots of studs.
Lots of studs. Way too many studs.
Miss Gray, you can see that the TV's turning to face towards you, and you see Joe. So Miss Gray, what do you? And you watch the screen change, and you see an alert come up on the screen, and it just starts flashing.
What does it say?
But it just says alert. Yeah, hey, not too high tech here, lady. Jeez. So you see Dorothy get up, and she goes over to a wall console, opens up the flap, picks up the radio. She's talking. Slams the handset. Sorry, not a radio, telephone. She slams the handset back down. She looks back at Dr. Abercrombie and Henry and says, "Had another incursion down in the lower levels. Damn things have gotten back in again." She looks at the group and said, "Huh, maybe you can help out with something." Pulls up a map of the area and pulls it out, lays it across the table. And she shows you several tunnels leading through the under, one of the lower areas. This is all sealed off. We've moved everybody out, stripped the area clean to the best of our ability, but the damn rad roaches keep getting in. We know there's a nest approximately here, and she shows you. There were a warren of tunnels to get to it. All I have is the Cyclops and a few other security guards. Not enough to go in to clear And again, looking at you, Sam, with utter disdain, we don't have the firepower that particularly this individual is carrying to deal with anything like that. Hell, if it wasn't until up to recently, we would have had 2 guns here. Now we only have 1. You can see one of the Cyclopses that's standing there kind of like tries to find somewhere else to look at in the room. He's like counting ceiling tiles.
I didn't think those things were particularly intelligent.
Yeah, well, he apparently understood what her the venom that was in her voice at that point.
We may be able to help with the firearm situation.
Yeah,
Well-
we love rad roaches.
And we may be able to help with your vermin control. Exactly.
Like, if you can clear that, then we'll go along and we'll do what we can to. Snake's over there, you can see Snake as obviously his ears perk up and he hears about rad roaches and just letting Snake go, and he's kind of just looking. He's like, "Yeah, these guns haven't had a chance to fire off in a while. Yeah, boys, don't worry. Oh yeah."
And the entire
Yeah.
time he's doing this, there's just a vacant look in his eyes.
He gets that far away look. You can see a little bit of fire, glow in his thing. Cheeks become flushed. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
get some baby oil rubbing on.
Let's see.
C2 is like copying all of Snake's little flexing moves.
Did I remember correctly? Did we have a cattle prod?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I'm going to stick him with that.
Well, it is
Probably
Saturday.
likes it.
I was going to say it's well, Sam. It is Saturday night, but there's people here. It's like, excuse me,
we
I have to.
definitely need the cattle prod.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We definitely need the cattle prod.
Dorothy's kind of just looking at Snake, looking at you, Sam looking back at Jesus.
I've just got my pack out and I'm just pulling things out, and
Oh, put
there
that
are
away.
weapons and and everything that's just coming out, and it's like finally I pull out a cattle prod and then I walk over to Snake and smack him with it.
He doesn't even turn it on. He just hits you with it. He's like, what?
Well, I turned it on. It might actually do damage to him. We don't want to do that. Actually, on some thought. Seriously, where is that cattle prod? I'm looking through my inventory. I can't find it.
What? So have you just been like role playing this the whole time?
No, I want to know
You
how
dumped
much
your bag
damage it
out?
does when I turn it on.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, give me a minute. I'll look it up for you. Holy Christ. Okay, let's see.
I turn to her and I say, "It's been a while for them."
She just kind of gets one of those. Yeah.
I think we sold the cattle prod, so never mind.
So he role played the whole thing out.
Well, no, I still have a riding crop.
Oh, he has a riding crop though.
He fantasized the whole thing.
But the cattle prod would have been better.
Oh,
Is that
Oh,
the
you folks-
definition of a wet dream, or
can't make this shit up, folks. Can't make this shit up.
Uh,
Oh my god. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure I could. I'm sure.
Oh,
I
I'm
could
sure
also-
you could-
I could take a fusion cell, hook it up to some Gary clips, and
I'm
then just stick that
sure
on,
you could.
on his ears or something.
I'm sure you could MacGyver some contraption to make it sexual and use it on Snake. We're all very impressed.
I wasn't talking about making a fusion cell powered butt plug. I was talking about just taking some Gary clips, sticking them to his ears,
Nobody even bought a
and
butt
then
plug.
and then putting a
Why do
fusion
you need
cell
a fusion
attached to it.
powered butt plug? Oh my god. Everything's better with radiation in it, obviously. Oy.
Thank you, Snake, for understanding.
Oh, when a regular butt plug isn't enough, yes, we need a glow in the dark radioactive butt plug.
I wasn't talking about a fusion core. I'm just talking about a fusion cell. Good grief. Okay, so apparently I don't have a cattle prod, so apparently this all happens in my head.
Oh no, it didn't happen in your head.
well,
I
in
still
that case-
readjusted my pants.
I'm gonna stick you with the pointy end of a bayonet then.
Are you
If
sure
you really
you have
want me to play
one?
this out. Oh, I know I have a bayonet. It's on the business end of side piece.
Oh, I miss this.
You're welcome.
Oh, it is pouring out right now. He kind of waits a moment to, guys to, get
Slow
your
down.
hormones under control. Like, I can get you to a room when we're done if that's what you need, but let's just deal with this situation right now. Joe's, we'll continue this talk when we're done. Yes, Joe's like, yes, I'm very interested to see how this all plays out and to see what we can do. If you wish to leave C2 here with us, he's safe, or if you wish to take him with you. Your animals are of much interest to Dr. Abercrombie's team and also the children, so that's keeping them occupied. Something new, if you will.
I leave C2, but I slip him the 44 just in case.
So that way you can end it all if it gets too much.
He leaves you a note. Goodbye, cold, cruel world. There's a partially smoked cigarette, half a bottle of scotch.
You never know. Just keep him safe.
And a 44 with one round expended from the chamber. Oh God. So,
You missed this.
oh, I did. So you're escorted out into an elevator and led down to we'll say the fourth level. The level that you're on is administration, has also some of the medical facilities that you guys pass through. All into levels 2 and 3, which were housing and such. Level 4 was also a level of housing, but didn't have a open courtyard, I guess would be. Excuse me, that you could see into. So you come out into that, takes a flashlight off the wall and lights it, turns it on, and then heads down down the hallway. Well, a very large.
You said all these people are wearing Pip-Boys, right?
Yes.
Why does you need a flashlight?
No one said everything works on everything.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, gee, Sam.
Two of the Cyclops are waiting there for. Both are battered. You can see that there's piles of rad roaches just laying all over the place. There's a Mr. Handy with a pair of large meat cleavers and in a circular saw, just Ginsu knifing his way through them all, picking up the choice pieces of meat and tossing it onto into a large ice chest.
Beverage. It's for dinner.
Points and it's like through that door, you'll come to a set of stairs, just short distance down, and you'll be in the tunnel system underneath. Approximately where they are, but just look for the rad roaches and just kill everything in your path. Can't put it any other way. See the veins on the side of Snake's neck and head start to like throb and pulse with a mind of their own.
I get the axe out.
Let's see, dude. I don't want to use clean water for this. Was there anything I could splash on him to snap him out of it?
Oh, I was wondering if he had to readjust his pants again.
Oh, we have a lawn flamingo. Those are always special. I'm still looking through my inventory.
Oh my God, just the random shit that he's finding.
Yes, I know. I know, lawn flamingo. How about that? I mean, I've got goggles and a mask. And I've got some rubber gloves if that's not kinky enough for you.
You hear them snapping in the distance.
Exactly. I've got some giant bone worn bits. And I've got a partially constructed missile launcher that looks like if you pull the trigger, it might actually explode.
Yeah, every one of those was sexual.
What are you listening to?
I'm pretty sure the suspicious meat has long since spoiled, so I'm going to take that out.
Oh, you're just gonna set the meat on the floor? You're like, this is no good anymore. Just flop.
Well, no, it's not that. I'm sure it spoiled a while ago, and I got rid of it a while ago. Just haven't marked it off in my inventory.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, here's the Mr. Handy collecting stuff. Oh, look. Oh, look. It's already pre-cut. Yeah.
God.
You don't want to. Oh, God.
I also have a gore encrusted 10mm.
No, that you did clean up. I don't think it was gore encrusted. I do remember you mentioning something that back after the fight.
Never mind then. It's a normal 10mm then.
Back after the previous fight, right before you did the fight at the barn, and you rescued the ladies. So the previous one, or that you.
Okay, so that one's cleaned.
Yeah,
Never mind.
your OCD wouldn't have left it stay like that.
I see a gun in need of cleaning, and I have to clean it.
So.
Oh God, that sounds terrible.
Also sexual.
Yes. You find yourself walking down a tunnel. The area down the short flight of stairs, and again, you guys have whatever flashlights or whatnot that you're using to light the way.
I set my axe on fire.
Okay.
I just use that.
Okay. Snake, you leading the way, you come to a large metal door. Seen these before, you've come across them. That wheel in the middle to spin back and forth. You can see that there is to unlock it and open it. It looks like it's designed to swing out. Yeah, the only reason the area that shows that's lit is that you can see through, that's visible through the shadow, is because of the various holes that have been bored through the door. Sam, you guess that the door is probably about 4 inches thick, and while it's rusted in spots, it's still something chewed its way through the door.
Are we sure these are rad roaches that we're dealing with?
Well, that's what the bodies that you saw were.
That's what the bodies we saw were, but this is a 4-inch thick door. A 4-inch thick steel door.
Tap the door with the axe. See how solid it is.
Gives a nice solid thumb ring.
Yep, it's solid.
Thanks, Snake.
You crank it open, Snake?
Yeah.
Okay. So leaning let's see. If you want to put the axe down, you can do it with both hands, and it's no roll. If you want to do it one-handed, a strength athletics roll.
Oh, I want to do it one-handed while looking at Sam.
Okay.
Also sexual.
Oh, dear Lord.
The Snake and Sam show.
Really?
Yeah. You're there, and it's like you can just. He doesn't have the cover plate over the mask yet. You can just see just a little bit of, and then it starts. You can hear the gears engage and the everything start to spin open. Swinging the door open, you find yourself stepping out into you can see a slight glow coming from here and here, low to the ground. like a phosphorescence.
I think I found some. And I'm going to start going towards the bottom.
Open up that entire thing. Give me my back. Thank you. The tunnel itself is, and I'll blow that up a little bit so everybody can see it a little.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah,
Like
that
a-
looks like a standard glowing rad roach.
Okay.
Hmm.
It kind of like spins and kind of looks at you, and you get the swing. So go ahead and make your attack.
I'm assuming my Geiger counter started chirping when this thing appeared.
The Geiger counter started chirping the moment that you stepped up to the point that you're at right now in the door frame.
Nice.
So
Hold on, there's 3 more.
Okay.
Because it's on fire. Oh, dang. I got nothing.
You lovingly caress it with your axe. And yes, that is sexual.
There is a. I'm gonna use let me find. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna use a luck point to re-roll 3 of those.
Okay.
Three of the blank ones.
Okay.
There we go. 10 damage with 12 piercing.
So the axe roll for location.
This is is this a quadruped or flying
Quadruped.
insect?
Yep. Quadruped.
All right.
Okay.
Looks
So
like,
you bring-
like a hexaped, but okay.
You bring the axe down. It sizzles and flashes as it clips into the hard shell. The body shakes. Rad roach pretty much explodes
Oh, okay.
from the blow.
2 criticals too. All right. Cool.
It sinks down into the ground. No, there's no liquid or anything in any of these tunnels. There is glow from a variety of different sources.
I'm assuming we've got glowing fungus and all that stuff.
Yep.
Um,
Snake is also glowing, so it looks like the blood is also not. It may be radioactive, may not be, but it is definitely has a bioluminescence to it. So the splash that's across him, he has don't show a black light on it when you go into this room kind of look right now.
We do get a point of AP,
Oh, cool.
but I think we're already tapped out anyway.
hold on.
I had you guys down at 5, so unless my numbers could have been wrong.
Okay, this will put us
I'm
back
at
to
6,
then.
but yeah, don't know.
Yeah,
at this point.
it'll put us
You're
at 6
so
either
you're
way.
6 no matter what. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Sam, you're next in line. So everybody, everybody has a free round to come out of the tunnel. You can use more so. You have the option of putting your mask on fully for your helmet, but you can hear the sound of things, skittering over the rock and concrete.
You can also hear the incessant clicking of a Geiger counter. So yeah.
You hear that too.
I'll say the exterminator is here and slide the mask down over my face.
I'm gonna come out and look the other way. Yeah, I have nothing to say. Another rad roach! Hooray! Let's see. I'm assuming I get the chance to fire at it.
Too. And there's a tunnel right there.
Okay. I have get some out. So let's see. Yep, that's a hit. Damage, 2 hit locations, quadruped 1, quadruped 2.
Okay, well, both to the torso. Yep, you splatter him across the wall, feeling part of the other wall. Your head, kind of, part of a thorax. Part of a abdomen, just rolling along.
Oh, fun.
And again, everything that it hits also kind of has that glow to it at this point in time. Sally Sue, you are next. What would you like?
I will.
Run away now, please. Just run away now. You don't want to be here for this.
I'll just go right here.
I see you bebop around the corner.
Another rat roach. Oh gosh,
Whatever shall you do?
lots of rat roaches.
Oh, you're there. Okay. You can. You're too far away to move. To move again to make an attack. You can opt to throw a Molotov, or you can opt to shoot your syringer if you'd like.
I guess I'll throw a Molotov in this direction.
Okay.
My roll 20 is all funky, so sorry if I'm slow.
No problem. Aim about there. All you need to do is get a 10, and you'll hit him with splash damage.
Yeah, it looks like we might have missed a couple updates.
Oh.
Can I use the luck point?
There you go. Okay, so you throw. Is those two. Lights up the corridor. Roll for damage. Nice. Two of them are dancing around inside. On fire. Not dead.
No.
Not dead. But they won't be long for this world. Make it up to you. Your turn is a Miss Gray. Or sorry, Saval, you're next. What would you like to? Okay. So you can see based upon where you're standing, metal pipe hanging down. You can see there's some sludge or whatnot, kind of solidified, like almost like hanging moss there, corridor disappearing into the darkness that way. You can see there's an opening right here too. You can check the glow around the corner, and you figured, Sally, dump the Molotov onto the ground. Finally, Miss Gray.
Yeah, so I'm gonna follow Sally. Without walking on roach guts.
Yeah.
Can I take a shot at this one?
Sure.
So I will use. Yeah, I'll use my SMG. Why not?
Yeah. Okay. And location? So, hold down the subgun, rolling the burst as it strikes the red roach. You watch multiple, holes blossom across its body as you stitch it across, blowing its left leg out. It attempts to walk forward, kind of tilts over on its side, and then rolls, legs twitching in the air, until it finally goes still. Top of the initiative, Miss Gray, you're first.
Oh, me
Like
first
Cecilia
again?
said to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this one still alive?
Yes, as are the two that are underneath the fire.
So if I walk over next to Sally, my SMG is the one with the multiple shots, right? The
Correct.
scatter shot.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll do sort of a, I don't know. I imagine Gray sort of, moving the SMG like left to right and just sort of hitting this whole corridor.
Okay.
Should I re-roll that?
Better luck point to reroll. Yep.
Okay.
We'll hit.
Any better? Okay.
Okay, you'll hit all three. Bend another bullet if you wish to reroll the 3 blanks.
Yeah, I will. Get more blanks.
4
Yeah.
blanks. So your burst head, the shots ricochet down the corridors, some of them sparking off of the concrete, sending shards of dirt and whatnot into the air as the rounds expand. You do stitch all 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. Working your way across. They are all hit. They are all oozing blood, green. You can see the ones that are in the fire, where the blood hits the flame. There's actually like a smoke, kind of like a sparkler type of effect. Over to you, Sam. I'm sorry. Before we go, Miss Gray, do you wish to fire again? The 2
No.
action points to make it a second. Okay.
Oh.
We are full up, so if you want to, there is no issue.
I mean, are they? They're not dead yet?
No.
Oh. Yeah. I might as well.
Okay.
I don't like them. I don't want them coming running towards us.
Okay.
I'd like to take them out, finish them off.
There you go. Yeah, you hit again.
Oh, much better.
Oh yeah. So you catch all 3. Roll for hit location. Okay, so you blow through their. Again, rounds ricochet, striking carapace, blowing through, eventually blowing through their legs. All of them skitter to a complete stop. The one
Okay, good.
that I turned kind of tumbling head over head before landing on its back and twitching some more. The ones in the fire are actually, again, it's pretty sparkles, but they are sparking in the flames and such. Sam, over to you. You hear sound of gunfire, the staccato burst of Miss Gray firing behind you.
Yep, I'm going to look down this hallway. Or corridor, or wherever it is.
Is a large pipe crawl across the top of. Into the pipe, you can see one of them inside. The room itself is aglow.
Oh, fun. Good thing I've got some nice radiation resistance on me.
He is inside the pipe coming towards you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Damage. That is 1 ringy dingy, 2 ringy dingy, 3 ringy dingy, 4 ringy dingy. I think I just shredded off a good portion of its legs.
Yep. Pretty much tear right down its one side. Blowing away to both front legs, part of its lower mandible, spraying the inside of the tunnel with glowing goo.
Is it still moving?
No, it's definitely it's twitching, but it's definitely not moving.
I mean, the movement of being alive.
No.
Okay. That's good.
Muscle spasms in the lower. There is, like I described, room to crawl across the top of the piping. That the pipes that are there, but it wouldn't be till you actually got to the area that's still in shadow before you'd be able to stand up.
So I would have to go to, say, here or...
Yep.
Or here or... Okay. I mean, if I were prone, I'd still be able to fire down that, right?
Yes, you can. Oh yeah, you can crawl through the tunnel.
Okay.
You can crawl through the tunnel instead of crawling across the top, but yeah, you'd still be able to fire.
Okay.
And the fact that you're wearing the helmet and everything like that would actually, be more beneficial for you. You wouldn't be going blind or deaf. Saval, over to you. I'm sorry, Sally Sue, over to you. Then
Can I get past the fire?
yeah, it doesn't last for that long, so I'm gonna put it out. You guys are crispy critters.
And I'm gonna go over. Can I go over here?
Also, of skittering in the hallway in the tunnels. Somewhere up above the area I just revealed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you would have to advance underneath that pipe with the crack in it that's directly in front of you if you want to up that hallway. Or up that tunnel way, I should say.
Can I do that now?
Get there. You would have to spend 2 action points if you want to make an attack.
I'll just hold off for right now.
Over to you, Saval. Okay, brave man. Okay, so you're looking inside. The glow itself fills the area. There are...
I didn't even notice that.
Looking inside, you can see that there are large mounds of eggs right here and here. There is a pair of radroaches sitting on top of those. They're moving around. There's glow coming, from either side of the area, and you can see a shadow behind the section of shattered pipe that's right there. Large mound of the trash and debris, shifting. You have two that you can take a shot at that you could definitely see.
This one, I know.
Hit.
Oh god, jeez.
Any ready to fire? Do you wish to send any more? Okay. Roll for location. Oh, right, left leg. I'm sorry. 2 points. Okay, so you hit it. It kind of like lurches to one side. Do you wish to fire again? Okay. Okay. And then finally, Snake. You hear gunfire all around you. You see everybody just ran off in all different directions.
Yeah, I'll come over here next to Saval. See what he's shooting at.
Okay. You see there's a
And-
pair of rad roaches inside, a large mound of eggs and whatnot.
Okay, I'll spend an extra AP to switch to my Boy,
Okay.
and then I'm going to just fire into the middle of the room.
Okay.
Towards the eggs, I guess, that little island or whatever.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. So. Yeah, roll. Oh, good lord.
I'm not done. Hold on. 3 more.
This is probably for the best.
Okay, alright, yeah.
Okay. These two I'm just going to delete off the board.
Do I see any fire?
You watch the entire room glow.
Huh.
And what sounds like, the torture, rending of metal and steel as something, burst within the room. Fire, let's see, let's go. Eggs and the various contents that were there on the little island kind of rupture and explode, shattering, bursting, filling the air with both sparkles and also with the spread of the goo.
And
Um,
kind of punch Saval in the shoulder and go, yeah! With my fist, like, yeah.
In a totally sexual way.
No. In a very excited way. Exactly.
Yeah, sure, and I'm sure you don't need to readjust your pants.
Not at the moment.
because he's free balling. Okay,
And I'm free balling.
there you go. See,
Yeah.
this
dear
one comes racing forward towards Sally Sue. Comes racing out of the darkness towards Saval. I will not make it out of the darkness.
You woke them up, Snake.
Well, it's not nice to kill them when they're asleep.
Always thinking
How's
of
that
other
ever
people.
stopped
See?
you?
That's right. That's true. When I'm relaxed, killing things.
Just his pants.
Are you sure you don't need to adjust your pants?
I might hear in a
Sally's-
minute. We'll see if Sally Sue goes down.
Sally Sue. So you watch it clip into you.
I mean, she did upgrade her armor, so she should be
Yep.
fine now.
So leaps up, snapping in. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 6 points of damage, 1 point of piercing to your left arm.
Okay, so I get 1 point of damage.
You feel a numbness, a tingling going through your arm at that point.
Uh-oh.
Oh, great, these things were venomous. Fun.
Let's see. Over to you, Saval. This is Sam. Okay. So the other ones are too far away to do anything. Miss Gray, top of the order. You see two of them come trundling out of the firelight that's slowly starting to burn its way out. One is directly in front of Saval. One is right above him.
But I can see Sally Sue, and that she's fighting one, right?
You can see Sally Sue fighting one, yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run past the boys, because who cares? Well, I just know you have it under control, Saval, that's all. That's what I mean. And I'm gonna come help Sally Sue. Can I take a shot, or was that my whole turn to move down?
No, you can take a shot.
So yeah, I'm gonna try. Could I position myself in such a way to try and hit both of them with the scatter, or not really, without risking Sally Sue?
No, not without risking Sally Sue.
No.
You have superior control of the firearm, but that thing is latched onto her arm. You would have to spend an action point to switch to, say, your other handgun to use that if you wish to shoot it directly. The subgun runs the risk of hurting her too.
Yeah. Yeah. What if I switched? Yeah, I think I might switch to my Peacemaker. It's just a little pistol.
Cool, isn't that a Magnum?
I have it as a pistol.
Yes,
Peacemaker pistol, small gun.
it is a Magnum. Yeah, so. But when you're walking around with either the subgun or the assassin's pistol, it's like, this is a little pistol.
Yeah, it says close quarter reliable.
Yep.
I feel like it's fine in this. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm aiming for the one that's attacking Sally Sue, but I don't want to hurt Sally Sue.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
It pretty much just okay. So you blow a hole through it about the size of a dinner plate through the side of its abdomen, removing its legs in the process too. It lets go. But from what you can see, the wound that it was clamped onto, there's like a glowing tinge to Sally's skin. Kind of like if you go for a medical treatment and they inject the dye into you that kind of lights you up so they can x-ray you a little bit better or follow where everything is a little bit better. So
It's only
Groovy.
recalling the cricket from Men in Black. That was a tiny gun too.
over to you, Sam.
This one just skittered out in the dark in front of me, right?
Yep.
Okay, he's getting a shotgun blast to the face.
Okay.
Yep, he definitely gets hit. Damage. That's one. Oh, I'm hitting humanoid. Do I need to reroll that last one?
No, I'll let it go.
1. 2. 3. 4.
I think you got it.
5. And 6.
Yep, you turn that into a fine red paste. Or glowing yellow
I was about
and
to
green
say,
paste.
shouldn't it be a glowing green paste?
Yep, a glowing yellow and green paste.
Okay. Yep. I'm satisfied with the outcome.
Sally Sue, over to you. Your arm feels like it's on fire.
Oh, great. Which means I can't use my fist, huh?
You can use you have a power fist on both fists, so you can use the other one. I'm sorry, what arm was it that he got you on?
Left arm.
Left arm. And are you left arm? Sally is left-handed, yes. So your fist with the shotgun or whatever fist you choose to designate is not available to you. It's hanging loosely at your side, and like somebody's jabbing red hot needles into you. Take an additional 2 points of damage.
Ugh, okay. Should I use a stim pack or something?
Stim pack will heal the damage, so yes, you could. You can make a first aid roll and you can heal back.
But it wouldn't do anything about the stinging
Poison.
in the arm and all that?
Nope, the poison that's coursing through your veins. Now you would need like an anti venom or an antidote chem. Saval could probably take care of you
Okay,
unless
then,
you had one yourself.
nope. Then I'll just take the damage and hold off.
Okay. So, do you wish to move to punch the other one that's there, or fall back behind Miss Gray? What would you like to do?
I'll just fall back for right now.
Okay. I saw that too.
You saw the face.
I saw the face there. Yeah, I zoomed in. It's like, that's a face.
I know exactly what it is. It's one of those weird statues that you find around just various Fallout maps. But yeah.
Okay. Over to you, Saval. You got one right in front of you. Two right in front of you.
I just assume it's the visage of some eldritch entity or something.
Okay.
Does this game have a madness mechanic in any of the new supplements? I wonder.
Okay, and location? You blow a nice chunk out of its leg. Rate of fire. Do you wish to add any more? Okay.
No.
Panicked, slightly backing away. You let off of several rounds into it. Most hit, not all. Ricocheting into the room itself. You've heard it, but it's not. It's leaking the yellowish green ichor across the ground. Over to Snake. Snake, there are two directly in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into the room. Do I see anything else moving in the room?
The room is full of smoke. Still smoldering. You can see that there is the mound itself is on fire. Several other smaller areas have flared up and are burning across, but have burned themselves down. If there is, you're not able to discern it, but there is a whole section of the room that's still still clad in ember darkness.
Okay, I'm going to kind of just blindly fire into the room. I'm going to do 5 shots into the room and just kind of scatter them.
Okay.
See if there's any other movement as I do that.
Okay.
That, and then it's going to be... Okay. So 4 shots around. No, 5 shots total.
Okay. So you go along, you hear the cylinder rattle and shake as the last of the fuel within the canister drains out. So it'll be a minor action to reload next round.
Okay.
The room is full of flame. I will actually light up the piping and such. That's along the back. Not place a light. There we go. Reveal. Glowing. Glowing a bright red. The debris pile that's in the room is burning brightly. Collapsing in spots as whatever's there, whatever detritus underneath is burning itself out. Sally, you can hear it more so than the others. A pitiful moaning wail.
Oh. I asked through the radio if anyone else heard that.
Did we?
No.
Okay.
The baffles in your helmet prevent any extraneous sounds and whatnot from reaching out.
What direction is it coming from? Do I know?
Somewhere, it sounds all around you.
All around. Oh.
But Snake, you got the desired effect that you wanted.
Excellent.
Bursting through the rubble and the debris, climbing up and over the trash is a massive ravage, but and again I will take it and I will bring it up so that you can see a little bit better.
No, I'm good. I don't need to see it any better.
Humanoid features
Ooh.
are included.
Oh my
are
god!
off of it.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh.
The foot, the hands.
Yeah.
Oh god, that is horrific. Kill it. Kill it now. It does not deserve to live.
It's still a little too big. There we go. Down to what it was. It steps up to there.
Kill it now. It does not deserve to live.
They get to go. So let's see. I'll roll for the big. I'll do the moves first. So he comes up to there. Up to there. So Miss Gray, you have one on you. Attempting to
Gross.
bite you. It fails. Saval, unfortunately, you have two on you. And
Wow.
again,
Hit me then. It's rude.
I'm saying. It lashes out at you, Snake.
God.
Yes.
Roach Lord.
Pouring across your left leg. Yeah. Really?
Yeah, that does
That's
absolutely
what we're
nothing.
Yeah. I was going to say.
And that's the big one?
We will fix that.
Snake adjusts his pants.
The light tap has aroused him.
He's like, "Oh, Mama wants to play."
Oh, don't worry.
Chicken bow wow.
I will make sure that gets fixed.
No, don't. This will be fun.
And it attempts to bite you too. Okay. Apparently legs are all the rage right about now. 3 points of piercing, 4, 6, 8, 9 points of damage.
How much piercing? 6?
3.
Okay. I found the right music.
I might get a copyright strike though.
Little Kenny G, please.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Yep, that's the music that's going on right now.
How many points of damage?
9 points of damage, 3 points
Oh
of
my
piercing.
god.
That's 12.
Okay, that is more like it. This is a proper boss.
Yeah, I absorb all of it.
Wow, it has 3 piercing, and it's
Yeah.
9 damage.
Yeah, so I have 3 base damage resistance. I have 5 from armor, and then because I'm holding Chunky Boy,
Mm.
I get an additional 4 from Bullet Shield. Because that increases all
So,
damage
yeah,
resistance by 2.
Yeah, it evens out to 0 damage. Okay. Wow.
You can see the Chunky Boy. You managed to get it up, and it lashes onto that. There is from the poison, if you will. There's smoke and whatnot rising from Chunky Boy in different spots. The caustic nature of the bite.
Oh, Sam will be fun to fix. Sam will have fun fixing this.
You literally never give me any time to do any upgrades or maintenance on my own gear. It's getting annoying at this point. I'm half tempted to drop you as a client.
Miss Gray, over to you.
So I'm gonna go after this one that tried to take a swipe at me and failed.
Okay.
I'll keep my peacemaker.
Okay.
Why not? Gotta protect Sally Sue.
So hot.
Oh, good lord. Punch a hole. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So separated into 2 individual pieces. Bottom
job.
from the top. Body drops away.
Good.
You're splashed with, unfortunately, splashed with the ichor. It's,
But that's okay. Now it can't bite us anymore.
You can make out the massive shape of the large roach. Yep. Do you
This
wish to spend
unholy, unnatural creature that must die.
wish to take a shot at that?
Shot the big one?
Yep.
Sure. As long as Snake doesn't take it the wrong way, like I'm trying to help him or something.
It's better that way. It makes him less aroused.
Does that hit?
Oh yeah, that it. Hey, roll for location.
Still do quadruped, even though it's humanish? Okay.
That's in the legs tonight.
Leg fetish.
10 points of damage to the left leg. You all can hear this this moanful wail. Gets grating against you, kind of like nails on a chalkboard. You blow a large chunk of flesh out of its leg. You can see the flaps of the carapace kind of falling in upon it, trying to fill the hole back in. Thousands of tiny hairs undulating from with the blow. An intelligence medical roll, or luck medical, whatever's
Who?
better. Yeah, you, Miss
Me?
Gray. Yes.
Oh. This will not go well.
Not costing you a point of luck, so it's whatever's the better of the 2 choices.
You said,
Intelligence medical or luck medical.
oh, they're the same.
looks like the wound is healing. Or reknitting it.
On the big thing that I just shot?
Yep.
Can I share that with the team over the radio?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let everybody know that this thing seems to be healing. So, maybe fire would be a good weapon against it.
Sam
Well.
says, what thing's healing?
Big Mama's healing.
What's Big Mama?
Oh, come around the corner and find out.
I don't want to come around the corner now.
Yes, you do. You know you do.
It's not a party without a Sam. And speaking of that, Sam, it's your go.
We haven't even heard what the GM's wearing.
Oh well, fine. No. That's fair. That's fine to give Sam a chance to screw up his courage. I am wearing. The weather was kind of nice today, so I actually dug out a pair of my cargo shorts. I have them on. I'm not sitting in leather or anything like that. So have a.
No latex.
No latex. No, it gets too clingy, and I like it cold. And only on my OnlyFans page, folks. Subscribe now. I'll send you an autographed picture.
He will.
And I got a champion
Burt
T-shirt
Reynolds,
that I
one.
dug out. So didn't have to cut grass today. I got that done yesterday. It was supposed to rain all day. It poured just moments ago.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was
We did
kind of-
earlier today.
I was
For
kind of
the-
disappointed.
for the
It was
rain.
supposed to be heavy rain all day here.
But
Yeah.
tomorrow's supposed to be just as miserable, if you will. So hopefully it'll keep on going, get it out of its system. It's the weekend, of course it has to rain, guys.
Just want to say that those autographed pictures will be in the style of what was the magazine that Burt Reynolds picture. Everybody knows what the one I'm talking about, right?
No.
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 Okay, just make sure.
So, so Sam, you let's see. I'm gonna move you up. You get to hear. Oh, sorry. Did you go across the top or crawl through the tunnel?
I guess I've crawled across the top.
Okay, so you get to there. You're standing up. You can see the area behind you is just glowing. You can hear the clicks of the rad counter, and it's actually almost it's past the yellow and edging its way continuously towards the red.
If I weren't wearing my current gear, I would be taking some rads, wouldn't I?
Yes, you would have.
Okay.
This is the area that you don't want to send Snake into, since he has it still has the weakest radiation overall.
Okay, am I in close range or is this considered medium?
Medium.
Okay, so at
You
this
do have a
point,
height advantage, but yes, so it doesn't get cover, so you'll be able to shoot without it getting any bonus damage reduction from the hill mound. That's a charred mess.
yeah,
but-
I've switched to side piece.
Right, so that's an action point.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So I switched to side piece. Since I don't have a minor action anymore, I'm not going to be able to aim.
Correct.
So just fire away.
Iron sights. You hit. You get your point back.
Yep. This is piercing 2, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9 damage.
9 damage, 4 piercing. Or sorry, 8 piercing.
8 piercing.
That punches through. Oh, it's armor.
Oh, wait, location, this is still quadruped?
Yep.
Okay.
Leg again.
Yep.
Okay. So you punch a hole through its leg. You can see the carapace and the shell shatter and rupture. And then you just watch it kind of fold back in upon itself, and you can see that the hairs on its leg kind of like twitch and undulate. It's still bleeding, but the wound is. Great. Did you hit the same spot? All right, yes, left hind, left front. Okay, so you guys both hit on the left side, but you know, it's still functional, still operational.
Yeah. If nobody has any issues, I'd like to take another 2 action points to do a second shot.
Go
Go
ahead.
for it.
Okay. Once more, I don't think I'm able to aim with this one.
No.
That's still a hit. Damage. Hit location. Quadruped. Torso.
Okay, so you punch a hole right through its chest. So you all, for everybody standing in front of it, see it. You can see this slice divot of flesh just come rupturing out, spraying everybody. Well, at least use Saval and Snake with the blood. I will roll for rad damage in a minute for you guys.
Ooh. Oops.
And hurting, but not down
Is it-
for the count.
Does it splash on me and Sally Sue?
No, you guys are too far away.
Okay.
Snake probably likes it.
Yeah.
It lashes out at. So it could. Hold on. Thanks, Sally Sue. So Sally, you're up.
Mhm.
Take another 2 points of damage.
Did you say the stim pack would stop the damage or only the envenom?
The stim pack will heal the damage that you've taken. It would not prevent the poison, but the poison has burned itself out. So you've taken 4 points of poison plus whatever you took previously. I think just from the wound. So you took a total of 5 points. So if you use a stim pack, that'll restore to 4. And if you make a first aid roll, you may get an additional 2 points.
I'll just use the stim pack.
You stim yourself. Make me a first aid roll.
I'm working on it.
Okay, you got it. And Miss Gray, you can see Sally Sue's arm is,
Is that
right
medicine?
around. Yes, that's medicine. It's like almost like a black, color, like a rot. You can see the stim pack, hitting the wound, healing it closed, and you watch the rickus that she was in, where her, the hand was in a claw, kind of like she's able to flex her fist. It lashes out at you and Saval. While it goes to bite you, it's your left arm. So you take 3 points of piercing, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points of damage, 3 points of piercing. Your left arm. Does anything get through? Who does? Okay. We're gonna roll for rad damage for the both of you guys. Saval, I gotta pull the sheet back up. One moment. I keep one thing at one bottom of the page. Oh wow, Snake actually has better radiation DR than you do.
I have 3 points just about everywhere.
Wrong thing. Saval, you're taking a point of rad damage. Same spot. And Snake, you're fine. This is from the splash. From the blood from when Sam punched a hole through its torso. Snake, it claws at you.
Bring it.
Nope, misses.
Too
AP
slow.
to do it again. Hit you on the rebound, though. As you dodge out of the one way, it hits you again. Flashing across your chest. 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 points of damage to your chest. Armor does soak.
I will spend a point of luck to dodge.
I was about to say, because remember, your chest plate is also severely weakened.
Yeah, it's actually slightly weaker. So
No, not it's slightly weaker. I mean, I think we resolved that after you got torn apart by that thing in the wasteland, that it could only take 2 good hits before it would completely shatter.
oh, I
Yeah,
don't know.
your chest armor is
Yeah.
not long for this world, if you will.
Incredibly fragile.
Okay. Well, either way, I'll still spend the point of luck to.
Okay. You can see it swings. You spin yourself out of the way. It swings again. You all see see the sparks as it's raking across your chest, but it's not able to pierce. Not able to get a solid grip or knock you knock into you. So. Over to Saval. You have 2 of the little guys in front of you. One is wounded. You have the big guy directly in front of that. Figured a 9mm could probably hurt the little guys, but you're just pissing in the wind if you try that with the big guy. So take a shot at the little dudes. Wounded one, I'm assuming. Let's spend 2 AP. Roll again. There you go. And you fill back up a point. Extra dice. Yep, location. Okay, so you blow its leg out from underneath it. It tumbles forward across the wood on lays there. You can see that this just enrages the big one behind it. Down to you, Snake.
Okay. I'm gonna use my miner to refill Chunky Boy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot.
Okay.
With Chunky Boy at this thing right in front of us.
Hit.
Then it's gonna be that, and then that, and then. Okay.
Okay, so give me one moment. All the dice are from the damage dealt. Nothing is from anything extra. It matters for the spread. That's why I'm asking.
It's 5 shots, but I'm shooting all 5 in the same
Okay.
rate of fire, and
Okay.
then the 3 is from pyro,
Okay.
pyrotechnic, just extra.
You're gonna do. You're gonna roll me 4 hit locations. $15.
4.
So, wow. Okay. It is So you all see this. So you see Snake, canister tossed away, spins a fresh one in, brings up the flamer, and you can just tell. You could, even though you can't see his face, you could probably tell his lips are pulled back in a rickus of a grin. He fires, and he just one fireball after the other, driving the creature back, blow after blow. It staggers back to about here. Just a ruin, especially with the hole inside of it. Front leg gone. Yes, he also is bursting at the seams. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And you watch the creature kind of drop down. Body engulfed in flames. Collapses in upon itself. That was enough to overwhelm whatever it had.
Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of punch Saval in the shoulder again and go, yeah. Oh, that little one over there. I'm not worried about that.
Goes along and just tears Saval in half.
Look, you got this, Saval.
Wait, you does. Get away with that. So 3 points of damage to your right leg, 1 point of piercing. Top of the order. Yeah, we'll circle back around for that. Okay. Miss Gray. So you watched they pretty much just lay into it with the heavy flamer, incinerating the room.
Yep.
You don't see the creature. You can see there's one standing right in front of Saval, kind of holding onto its leg, holding onto his leg.
Yeah. Can I come up to that one and take a shot at it like I did to the one that was holding onto Sally Sue's arm?
Yeah.
Okay. So with the Peacemaker.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So you blow it in half.
Yeah. They got to stop attacking my friends.
Looking over, you can see the massive form of the Roach Lord itself, just burning away. Sparkles, shooting off of it, like a miniature fireworks display. Body shaking, collapsing into the ground itself.
Yeah. After I shoot the one that was attacking Saval, I'm going to tell Saval that one bit Sally Sue and her arm's burning.
It burns. It burns.
It burns me.
So I'm going to cycle through initiative. Back around. So Sam, over to you.
Remember, amputating the torso doesn't actually fix anything. And are there still any eggs or anything like that that seem to be intact, or are they all destroyed?
They're all destroyed. Everything was on the central mound, incinerated by Chunky Boy.
Okay.
The first strike.
Is is there anything left of this thing? Because I get the feeling that the scientists at the annex might not mind having a sample.
Ooh.
I was thinking its head, but that works too.
I think you could carry the whole thing out.
This thing is kind of massive.
That's what she said.
Make a intelligence medicine roll, or intelligence science, whatever is better. Do science.
Inside. Nope.
You figure you can.
I'm going to re-roll that one.
Okay.
This is my last point of luck, but yeah. Oh god, that's not much better.
You still
You
got a
got a
success.
point.
So, yeah, you figured carving a piece of it off. From the way it was hit, torso's destroyed. Anything on the right side seems to be your safer bet. Either right, right leg front, right leg back, or whatever human bits that were there.
Yeah, I'll take something off.
Sally Sue, you're
Label that roach blood sample.
intense pain in your arm is slowly fading. Still stings, but at least you have the ability to like open and close your fist.
Okay.
Saval's been informed, so you can either you want to head down towards him.
Yeah, head
she is being
towards
converted to
him.
the. Slowly, she is being converted into the next roach queen.
It burns.
Oh, do we need to take her out while we still can?
That's not very
God, I was
nice.
just joking.
Oh,
Look who you're talking to, Sam. So I mean, Saval. So you can feel, Miss Gray says that. You're like, oh, okay. And you watch your vision just kind of dim to almost pinpricks. 4 points of damage. The poison courses through your veins.
Oh boy. Am I going to have to come heal you?
let's start reaching my pack for a tourniquet.
Oh boy.
Why does it look like a noose?
Yeah, make sure you put it around his neck so that way we can amputate his torso.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep what's important.
Yep,
First
exactly.
aid, medicine roll, Saval. And you're dimly aware of those other two chuckleheads talking. You're like, nope. Sure, point of luck.
I look at Gray and I'm like, why is he trying to heal the red roach?
It's okay, little buddy. I got you. C2, stay with me. Don't go into the light, C2. If you have anti-venom or an antidote, you definitely want to inject yourself with that. If not, you're going to want to just hit yourself up with a stim pack just to fight the ill effects as it's coursing through your blood. Okay. No. You drive that into you, so it'll heal. I don't know if you have any of the perks that give you bonus to healing with stim packs. If they do, that'll kick in too. But it'll heal you back at least 6 points. So, you're watching. Snake. You watch. Saval. Fumble for a stim pack. One falling on the ground before he grabs another one and he drives it into his leg. You can see the wound kind of like bubble and hiss as the stim pack goes in. You're able to catch him as he begins to fall.
You're okay there, big guy. I got you.
Does Sally Sue still need treatment?
Sally Sue is okay.
Yay.
The
I've
the
always
poison.
wanted to be okay.
Yeah, there you go. The poison has taken its course through her. She doesn't have the ill effects going on right now. Saval, on the other hand, got bit by the big guy, so it's going to be a little bit before he.
Oh dear. Well, I have my virtual example, so let's get back to the annex, I guess. Don't really want to stay here any longer. What was that for?
I was looking to see if I got another point of luck back for killing the big guy. I do not.
Saval, you'll take another 4 points as you just watch his body like jackknife.
Oh, I get one. Sorry, I get to roll 2.
Okay.
I have 2 points in it.
So you're holding him as his body jackknifes and shakes. There's really not much you can do, Saval, other than let the poison take its course. They can get you back. There may be some.
Yeah, let's get back to the annex.
Yeah, back into the annex itself.
Poor Saval.
Racing back through, Saval, you'll burn through another 2 stim packs, keeping the damage that the poison is doing to your body at bay. It's still coursing through your veins. At this point in time, it's pretty much Snake is, your legs are just there. You're, floating, if you will. As your chem-addled senses are just, washed away. Making it back through, Dorothy and several of the Cyclopean enforcers are standing there. Kind of, looks at you, looks at the group, and she immediately, races over to one of the Cyclops and opens up a bag and starts pulling through. So right now you've taken note. You're fully healed. The poison is still coursing through, so you're going to take 4 points right here. She comes over and she injects you. She fills a syringe with some sort of clear liquid and plunges it into your chest. Oh, sorry. Finds a spot, opens you up, and then plunges. Feel as if, Sam hit you with his fictitious cattle prod.
Yeah.
With 1,000 volts of electricity just racing through your body, coursing as every nerve is on fire at once.
Turning into a vampire.
You all can hear him screaming through the helmet. Then his body arches once and then shakes for a brief and then stops.
Get his stuff.
Oh, wow! Not
Wait,
dead yet.
what?
I'll take his boots.
I'll take his boots off.
I'm kidding. I won't take your
Grief.
boots at all.
Oh my god. Hey Sam, quick,
dead
here's your
yet.
chance. Take the 9mm away from him. Tell him you lost it when you were flaying with
Actually, yeah, no, that's a good idea.
it. Nope, don't know what happened to it.
I don't know
Yep,
where
nope,
it went.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, that thing's so useless that you'll probably be that you're probably thankful that you lost it. Yep.
He pulls his helmet off, and it kind of does the whole mirror over the nose thing. Sam, you can make a medical roll if you like to. You can see
Yeah, might as well.
he's. Go ahead, you make your roll first.
It's either success or we need to amputate his torso.
Okay. So, he's alive, unconscious right now. Whatever chem she hit him up with is done the job. Burned the poison out of him.
Can you write on his face with a marker?
You could.
Oh, I can write on his face with a pencil.
It doesn't work as well as a marker.
Nah, never mind.
Roll raccoon eyes and a mustache.
Yep. And a monocle. Don't forget the monocle.
and a monocle. Over the raccoon eye, so it's actually bigger.
Exactly.
So and the string goes down to down to his neck.
Yep.
Well, you don't get drunk with your friends, Saval.
Yep. And I put in a little goatee as well. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Miss Gray, would you like to autograph him too while you're at it?
No. No. I'm nice.
Okay. I just take his stuff.
I didn't say I would take a step.
I know. So
The only thing I took from him was Vera.
the
That thing
The-
is either getting an upgrade or getting scrapped the first opportunity I get. You haven't upgraded it fast enough, and 3 damage ain't enough to keep it valid.
you also have the 12.7 millimeter pistol in your possession.
Yes. And
Remember,
if
you
ask nicely
you
for
and Sam each have
ammunition-
one of those of the 3. I have executioner.
Yeah, I think we just have Judge and Jury.
Yes, I have executioner.
Yep.
They rig a sling and carry him back to the medical wing. Dr. Abercrombie immediately starts to go to work and like, oh, I didn't think that would work. Oh, I'm glad we made some of that stuff.
I
We've
brought
been
you
collecting
a
the poison from
sample.
brought me a what?
There was a rather large roach humanoid hybrid down there. I think I just crashed Dr. Abercrombie.exe.
Yeah, he's got a He needs to adjust his pants right now. He's like, oh, he gives it to one of the projectrons that's carrying. They put it on a thing. It's like, quick, get that inside the lab right away. Let's get him into the medical room, into one of the rooms. We'll get him squared away. Nope, he turns over to Mr. Handy, and Mr. Handy's got two chainsaws going in his hand. He's like, no, we're not amputating anything. Mr. Handy's like, oh, nobody lets me do anything around here. Mr. Handy goes wandering away, and you can hear the blades slowly down. Dorothy is talking to you, Miss Gray, trying to get the details as to what had happened, what you encountered. They've dealt with those before, but not the large one. The Roach Lord, if you will. Everyone is given a dose of anti-radiation medicine. So the rads that you would have taken is purged from your system. Gives you a little bit of the trots, but other than that, you're kept isolated in the medical area, at least for a day or so, while the farmer's scrubbed and cleaned and whatnot.
Yeah, and I show Sam the poison damage to Chunky Boy. Like, you might need to give it a refit.
Okay. I'll add it to the list of things to scrap.
Fine then. I'll give it to the folks to fix then. I'll leave it to the experts, is what I say to Sam.
Poor Sam.
I mean, out of the number of times that you've nearly killed us with that thing, I kind of don't want anything to do with it.
Okay.
I mean, that thing and you are literally friendly fire incidents waiting to happen.
Hey, I'm the only one who's been hit by friendly. Well, it's not true.
Yeah, you start going down that line, Snake, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, shit. Yeah, I'm just going to shut up now and walk away.
Yeah, better than
Yeah.
So,
I'll take a look at it when I get a chance, but there are higher things on the priority list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give it to the experts.
got your weapons, you got Miss Gray's. No.
I got Miss Gray's. I got my own weapons that need refit and repair.
One of the TV consoles in the room lights up, and you can see Joe's visage there. He listens to the recounting from Dorothy and from you, Miss Gray, as to what's going on. You know, what had happened, if you will. He's got his hands. You can see a pair of hands folded across his. He's resting his chin on it. Excuse me, got hiccups. Well done. Well done indeed. Looks like the picture pauses for a moment. Managed to bring that particular chapter to a close. We'll send some handies in to see if they can seal that area or make sure there's nothing left from what you've described and what Snake was crowing about. It sounds like fire seems to be the way to go. We can cover that. I think we blame our fuel to deal with the situation. And excuse me for a moment. I seem to screen goes black, and you can see a picture of a happy little bunny sitting in a happy little field. I'm sorry, a happy little rabbitoid sitting in a happy little field and some happy little trees. Bob Ross style.
Are there anybody else with us other than our group in this room?
Just Dr. Abernathy he left with the head. The only person that was there was Dorothy.
I'm going to look at Dorothy. I'm going to say, has that been happening more often as the years go on?
Sometimes Joe has fits, if you will. But yes, he's been active. He's been around and kicking more than he's been here since the beginning. So the fact that he's still functional,
Minor miracle. Got it.
he's kind of like looking at the screen, waiting for Joe to appear. Is a testament to the ancients. But I don't know what we'll do if something happens to him. I'll let you and your friend. I'll send some broth, or hopefully hope you like rad roach. It's what's for dinner, so I'll get you some soup and whatnot in here as soon as I can. There's showers. She points to one of the doors. There's a single-use shower over there. Want to clean yourselves up?
Sam heads towards the shower.
And
you can tell that he needs it, and that if he doesn't use it, there might be some unpleasantness.
we kind of she again still the level of animosity she was directing towards you, Sam, is kind of lessened somewhat.
Hooray!
So I'll see what I can do, and pointing towards the chunky boy that's sitting on the table. I'll see what I can do to get Henry to get you some space to affect repairs, if you will.
Much appreciated.
There'll be a Cyclops outside the door if you need anything. Just let him know. He'll get somebody here. Appreciate if you all just don't wander off. As she's leaving, she's pulled. There's people as they're passing down the corridor, kind of looking in at you guys. She closes the curtains over the massive bay windows into this particular room. Have the day to rest and relax. Each one of you taking turns going through the shower, cleaning yourselves up. Sam, you can effect minor repairs to your weapons, usually so forth. I'm
assuming anything more complex, like actually fixing Chunky Boy or my rifle, Obviously,
Yeah.
no.
No, it's the minor stuff like running a rag across the type of deal, cleaning the ichor off.
Field strip and clean. Got it.
So for Sally, after you get yourself cleaned up, as you're looking, your arm is black
That's not good.
from the burst, not like the black from a bruise, black from as if it was rotted. And you can see the same effect as on Saval. He's still unconscious, but he's breathing. They have him hooked up. One of the nurses comes in to check him and sees you and immediately starts to go to work on you. Your party girl feat is put to the test at this point. She's hitting you up with enough chems to stop a charging Deathclaw.
We actually going to see Sally Sue get high this time.
Oh yeah, she is. The airplane has taken off. It's cruising at 10,000 feet, and
I
it's
just imagine-
slowly going higher.
I just imagine at this point, Sally Sue has the toy airplane out and is just going, vroom.
I think it's out, but it's not really out. I'm just waving my arm in the air, going vroom vroom.
Allie, you can taste the color purple right now. No.
Oh, boy.
And the woman looks at you guys. And she's like, "I don't have any more to give her. How is she? Are you okay?
She's
Vroom, vroom.
special.
This is about normal.
Vroom,
This is
vroom.
normal."
She's
I know.
got a
Yeah,
high
she's-
No. I immediately interject and say she has a very high tolerance to certain substances.
Okay.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
Vroom,
Okay.
vroom.
Vroom vroom. Yeah, vroom vroom. I'll leave you with your friends. Vroom vroom. Bye bye. Vroom vroom. She waves, and when she waves, you see there's like 18 hands just waving back and forth, all of them trailing different colors.
Groovy.
It probably sounds like blue.
Vroom, vroom.
Yes, it sounds like blue right now, and you can still taste purple. She leaves. You see a Protectron comes in and puts down a tray. You see there's broth, some radroach meat floating in the broth, clear water, 2 apples apples, 2 apples sitting there. They've been cut into quarters for every so.
I'll take a serving.
It gives you guys a chance to chow down without having to dip into your own food.
And once I've had my fill, I'm going to try and wake up Saval and see if I can feed him any broth.
Oh, that's sweet. Vroom,
Um,
vroom.
Saval is, Saval, you're tripping, but you're not Sally Sue tripping. So you're not vroom vrooming, but you can also taste colors. Whatever your favorite colors. We'll say it's even the schnozberries taste like schnozberries, Whatever Sam is feeding you is the best thing that you've ever had.
Oh boy.
So night passes. Another nurse comes in to check on both of you. The blackening in your arm, Sally, is slowly the rosy color is returning to your flesh. Looks like kind of you kept it in the hot water a little too long, or it's kind of like that boiling color, like you've been out in the sun with no skin, no sunscreen. Same thing with you, Saval. The wound to your wound is also brightly colored, if you will. About mid-morning, Dr. Abercrombie comes in. He's like, everybody doing okay today? Sally, how do you feel?
Vroom, vroom. And I wave.
Okay, he waves back to you. She should stop tasting colors in maybe about another hour or so.
That's
No.
a known side effect.
No, that's just she's a very individual.
Okay.
Saval, he goes over and he checks and he's like, figure another day of bed rest, he should be able to get up and about. So to Miss Gray, Sam, and Snake, he's like, if the three of you will follow me, I've talked to Dorothy's talked to Henry. We have a work area that you can use to your weapons and such.
Okay.
Miss Gray, I'd like to work with you to see about the transfer of some of the materials and such that you have, and to also see if you're willing to help us out again.
Sure.
Henry, you, and he takes you into takes you down to the first living quarter area, and there's looks like a large workshop, if you will. While there's no air quote gun bench for gunsmithing, you do have the ability to at least begin to effect some repairs. We'll tackle each one individually. You can make a repair roll.
Okay.
When and Sam, you let me know which one you want to do first.
Oh boy.
They don't have the ability to repair Snake's armor, unfortunately. That's something beyond. Maybe if they were, up and running, so to speak, or back at 100%, capacity, they could have, but they don't have the ability to repair that. But the damage to your firearms, between your knowledge and tapping into supplies that you have, you should be able to affect within reason most repairs. No rerolls.
No rerolls.
No rerolls.
I'm out of luck points, so no real rolls no matter what.
Okay.
So I botched something. Fun.
You do have the tools and the equipment available to you, so you will be one rank higher. If that takes you past the 6, that's so be it. Just adjust accordingly when you make your roll.
So yeah, because my repair is already at 6.
Okay, so you'll get a temporary bonus for a 7.
Got it. Okay, so I'll do the repairs, but if now or whenever you say, go for it.
Well, let me talk with Miss Gray, and then and Snake. So Miss Gray is going with Dr. Abercrombie. Sam is being left in the room here. You have your choice of either staying with Sam or going with Miss Gray.
I am not staying with Sam, so
I mean, as he contemplates this, I just pulled out a rather large, rather sharp flensing knife, and I'm just testing to see if the blade needs sharpening or anything like that.
Children.
Okay. I guess you go with Miss Gray. Okay. Do you leave Chunky Boy here with him?
I don't leave anything in the room. I take everything.
Okay.
Yeah, well then I'm not repairing Chunky Boy then.
Okay, fair enough. So, so you leave with Miss Gray. So, you and Dr. Abercrombie, along with Henry and Dorothy, go back to the same conference room that you guys had met with in originally. He presents you, Henry does, with a list of supplies based upon what Sam had said. They all look at that Dr. Abercrombie. He's like, we're not a wasteland settlement. I think we scraped together 20 caps throughout the entire facility. Most of the stuff is usually re-hammered back out and reused. Don't have the caps to pay you. But and we can talk it over with Joe. We're willing to, if you're willing to make the run to gain the missing supplies for us, or at least see where they are. If you can get them here, or at least cure them and get somebody to transport them down if they're not capable of being moved on their own. That would go a long way to keeping us up and running, to accepting the 30 some odd goals. I think it's goals including the girls, and in turn we would share what knowledge we have. I know Sam has a steel plate in his head.
Yeah,
Be able
he's special.
Apparently you all are, and that makes you very unique for this world outside. So I don't know what
Sam doesn't like
what
when
we
you
can
have
offer
steel
you
plate.
to help us out.
So the expedition to potentially locate the missing supplies, do we have a general idea of the area in the distance?
From what Sam had mentioned previously, it's probably somewhere up and around Germantown. Back over to the macro map.
Yeah, how far is that?
Guys are
Complete other side of the other map.
so you guys are here right now.
Mhm.
Also on the map. Germantown. You guys would be heading from.
Due north, basically, or
You guys are in the low. You guys are down.
slightly northeast?
Yeah.
So
No, most of what's the terrain in between. Since you've been there, you could head back. In theory, back north to hit New Memphis, where
Yeah,
the
that's what I was
ghouls are
just gonna-
located, and then after that, it'd be here be dragons and the unknown until you get to Germantown.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. We basically go north from here, hit New Memphis before we dogleg to the east.
The other, I know I'm not in the room, but the other plan is
Yeah.
we go to the campus, head back through Glen Meadows, and then up to Germantown. Actually, resolve that since
That
we're going to
would
need
be
to
an
pass through that
option.
area.
But you don't have the
Not dog.
food.
Ah.
That's the key factor right now. Both the people at the encampment, even if you got the people in the encampment here, you would be purchasing food, which you have at the FUD sold here, so you do have that to draw upon. So you between the FUD station, get the people from the Mew Mew Mew, the survivors, over to here. Be about 2 weeks. Be a little bit longer because they're not traveling across the land, and then once you get back, you can. The choice is yours. So yes, you could go from there. You could go back to. You could go back to the whatchamacallit, back to back to the campus and deal with that, and then head to Germantown, or Germantown to Glen Meadows, and then up. You could literally head from where you're at right to Glen Meadows. You have places along the way that know the abandoned camp that you had, New Memphis Station. Everything that's marked is stuff that you can air quote if this was the the computer game fast travel to.
Where-
German-
We
where's
just know
Glen
that. We
Glen
just
Meadows
know-
is right here,
We just know that we're not allowed back in O'Callville.
pretty
Thanks
much
to Sally Sue.
You're welcome.
for a short amount of time. Yes,
okay?
at least a full year.
So the options are north to New Memphis, then angle over to Germantown, Mew Mew Mew, then the campus, then to Glen Meadows. But that's the route we don't have food for, right?
You're talking New Memphis to Mew Mew Mew, and then all the way across
I
the map
didn't
to
say.
Germantown.
I didn't. No. So option one, north to New Memphis, then to Germantown.
Yes,
Option 2, Mew Mew Mew.
which is a smoking crater. Remember, they
Uh,
blew out the. Remember, Joe blew out the reactor.
oh, okay. So I guess as long as we avoid Okaville. So option 2 is campus, then Glen Meadows, then Germantown, but we know we don't have enough food.
No,
I'm going to shift the map one more.
don't really
over.
have enough food, no matter what.
Even the New
Yes.
Memphis route, we don't.
We don't have
You
any.
would have to get the food from.
But we'd have better chance of getting food at New Memphis.
You have a chance of
Maybe.
getting. Yes, so you would have the food. So if. All right, let's switch back over.
There's a difference between what a ghoul considers food and what a normal person would consider food. Just
So,
want to point that out.
From where you are now, which is here, you would need to go from here back to the FUD store, over to Addition, or Addington. Sorry, Addytown, and then from there back. That would be the people. That would be about a
Just wanted
month's
to
travel
notice that.
back and forth.
I read that.
So if to go from here to there would be a month's travel going back and forth.
It'd be a month to get to Addyville?
No,
Oh.
back and forth. It would be two,
Oh.
at least, you know, at least
2 weeks there, 2 weeks back.
2 weeks there, 2 weeks back. Yeah.
At the same
Uh,
time, we're entering the grow season, so there's going to be food.
Yes.
Yeah. What's in Addyville?
Addyville is the Mew 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 survivors,
Okay.
and the girls and such.
Okay. But we're talking about trying to find the missing supply
So
delivery.
as you're negotiating, they agree if you do this, they'll take the survivors in now rather than wait until they get the supplies. So they will take that. They'll take whatever spare parts, crafting materials, for game terms, that you're willing to sell. They don't have the ability to craft or maintain firearms. They don't have ammo, any way to even manufacture ammo here. So
That.
as much as you're willing to offer them firearms, they decline. But any melee weapons that you have, even body armor and so forth, they're willing to take. They are willing to trade a small amount of chems to help you out. The medical treatments that they gave you, consider that to be, not part of the deal. That's you did them a favor. They're making sure you're okay, type of deal. They
So-
are. Go good. Yes.
I am inclined to go to the FUD store, go to Addyville to let the people know that these folks will take them in, and then we head north.
Okay, I'll switch the map. Give me a minute.
Where's Addyville? Is it below Okaville?
Yes.
Okay.
Addyville would be almost below Mew Mew Mew.
Okay. We could head north from Addyville. Is there anything in Frogtown?
Frogs?
So no.
Gulpers.
What?
Gulpers.
No, the reason Frogtown was just an odd name of a town that you guys came across. So.
Okay, so nothing for us there specifically.
No.
We could go to Glen Meadows.
We could.
And then to Germantown?
That would give you a chance to see Donnie drop off the parts for his the power armor that he was working on for himself. Give you a chance to work on weapons and mod up and so forth.
Yeah, I think we avoid Okaville. There wasn't much for us in New Memphis anyway. I see you clicking on the campus.
Yeah, no, and I'm realizing more and more that that's very much a long shot getting to the campus before we go back to Glen Meadows.
Yeah.
Because part of me wants to resolve that before we go back to Glen Meadows, because that was the main thing they wanted from us.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering, so if we go up Glen Meadows, Germantown, we could come back Germantown, Glen Meadows, then campus.
We do that, yep.
Right, get these people their supplies so they can live and do whatever they need to do. Is there a chance that we would find the delayed supplies closer to Glen Meadows than Germantown? Like, there's a chance we won't even need to go all the way to Germantown, right?
There's the possibility. It's you knew it was at a rail depot, and the only rail depot that you encountered was back north. Actually, when you were leaving Minton and heading across, so the back over where where it says missing miners on the map. That was the only rail depot you ever came across. There may be information there. That's where Sam was able to learn about where there's a possible vault, where there was stuff possible stored from Mr. House. So, and the Mr. House one and that kind of locations do kind of jive within the same area, if you will.
Yeah. Something we Bud Store, Hattieville, North, Glen Meadows. Get some more info at Glen Meadows to find out, do we go northwest to Germantown or potentially northeast back to Minton? Okay.
Okay.
My vote.
I mean, sounds like it's the best plan that we've got right now.
Okay.
Would also give us a chance to maybe stop by the prison bus again and see
Yeah.
and make a more finalized list of everything we need for that.
Yeah.
Because I think we have most of the materials. We would just need to get some wheels or tires from Bartelso, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the MERP.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Okay. I could finally give Sal that heart attack.
Okay. That sounds like we have a plan.
Yes, hopefully we don't get sidetracked again.
Oh, you know we will.
Oh, definitely.
Well, you can always go along and just get the people there and say, "Okay, we'll be back." And
Screw you.
Yeah, I don't see you guys. Well, I'm going to say I don't see you guys doing it, but you never know.
Depends on the day.
We'd be losing out on the content. What's content?
Okay. So, Sam, let's start making your rolls then.
Awesome.
Pick an item.
I mean, Snake took Chunky Boy with him, so all I've got is my rifle.
Yeah, and yeah, that's technically true.
Yeah. So I can't prepare Chunky Boy, so preparing my rifle. Okay, first roll. Do I need to make a second roll?
Yes. There you go.
Back to full power.
We're
again.
good to go.
Well, DC once more. Is there anything else I can do? Any mods I can make, or anything like that, or have I done what I need to do? Because if so, I have a list of improvements I want to make to get some.
I'll give you one.
Give me one.
Whatever one you want to make.
I would like to add. Let's see. Which would be better, adding an advanced receiver or a muzzle brake? Let me pull up the weapons mod page. Equipment.
Muzzle brake increases the rate of fire by 1, removes inaccurate. Advanced receiver increases the damage to up to a maximum of +3 damage and +1 fire for a rate.
So no matter what, I'd be adding to the fire rate. I'm more tempted by the advanced receiver. If I can find it. Because I think I should be able to make that. I think I've got my gun sign off. Yeah, advanced. It was either advanced or calibrated, but I think advanced would help more. So, what will it be?
You have gun nut up to what right now?
I have gun nut level 4. So, max. And I have science level 2, although I don't think science is needed for any of this stuff. No, it's not.
You can, if you wish, also make a calibrated powerful receiver.
Calibrated powerful. I'll prefer that, I think.
Gives you it changes. It gives you 2 additional dice of damage, so
Right.
it's just like a calibrated, but it also gives you vicious.
Which, yeah, I think that would be the better one. So, calibrated powerful. Can I add that on? And what rolls do I need to make?
Let's. That's 3 pounds to ounce of the weapon.
That's 3 pounds.
Repair skill to add it. Go ahead and make your roll.
Would it be repair or
Yep, maybe repair.
no sound? You can just pick reroll. Okay.
Very nice. So, working diligently, you go along and you gather parts off of both Good and Plenty and Milk Dud. Facilitate that.
And it also doesn't increase my fire rating, so I keep the piercing. That's actually really good.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah. Yes, this thing has just become even more deadly. Gotta compete with Chunky Boy.
Do you have gun envy?
What?
Do you have gun envy?
Yes. Chunky Boy is a highly lethal piece of hardware.
I don't know what to say, Sam. That's the nicest thing you've said to me in ages.
I'm not complimenting you, I'm complimenting the weapon.
Uh-huh.
You're just the one toting it around.
Uh-huh.
Not a compliment for you.
I think he likes you.
I like the weapon, not him.
Sam just
I'd shoot him in a heartbeat
Hmm.
and take the weapon.
yep.
There we go. Okay, now I found how to do this. Give me a minute. I'll tell you what you need to utilize for parts to make it. It's going to cost you 6 common, 4 uncommon, 2 rare materials. Make the mod.
Barely a drop in the bucket.
Oh yeah, especially I know you guys are swimming in commons. Miss Gray, do you take your sub gun to Sam so we can work on that too?
Sure.
What all did you want me to add to it?
She needed general repair to begin with.
Yeah.
General repair. Got it.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything to add.
Don't remember.
I think I asked everybody to make a list, but I think that might have been so long ago that Slack deleted it.
I think it. Yeah, I know it aged out, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's just general repair.
Okay. Then, yeah, more repair.
There you go. Okay. So the gun is back to full capacity, Miss Gray.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Yes. Sam hands you a submachine gun that is even shinier than it was before.
Of course.
I had to give it a good polish. My
Whatever you
OCD
say.
wouldn't let me. And it comes away smelling of gun oil and cordite. Sam's signature aroma.
Yum.
I can't even compete with that, so yeah, I'll just let that go.
What, that Sam has a signature aroma?
Yes.
It's not very
welcome.
pleasant. Mm, I remember that.
I didn't try. I did.
Yeah, he did, and it did, and for whatever reason, it did work.
It worked well every time.
All I remember is managing to spin Snake's helmet around.
Yeah, I think Miss Gray, the only thing I can think of for your weapon, which didn't affect, did not affect the rate of fire or reduce your damage or anything like that. was a anything that would make you inaccurate would change that. Yeah,
I think it's in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, it's still very useful, unlike some people's 9mm pistols.
Oh, actually, there is one that you could do. You could get an armor piercing receiver.
Add piercing. That's
And
always useful.
that's piercing 1 to the weapon.
That's always useful.
That would be pretty cool.
That doesn't increase the damage, doesn't change anything else. It just adds piercing 1.
Yeah, Sam, can you do that?
I think I can. Another repair roll and
Another repair roll. Yep.
Oh, the one I managed to botch. Oh wait, no. If I'm now rolling at a 7, then
Yeah,
that's
you're 7,
one success.
so you got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I'm so impressed when Sam hands it to me. I go, well, now that I'm thinking about it, and I ask him to add the piercing.
And can I get it in pink?
My preferred scent is lavender.
Oh, sorry. It's lavender. My apologies.
Yes.
I will make note of that, Miss.
Lavender. Where will I find lavender oil? The trials and tribulations of a gunsmith.
So yeah, so
Exactly.
now you can add piercing 1. So yeah, you add an armor piercing receiver to the weapon. I didn't realize.
Is that a effect or a quality?
It would be in effect,
Okay.
kind of like vicious or type of deal.
Okay. Awesome.
Damn, that is crafting material pile. Yeah, 4 more common and 2 more uncommon.
One more common, so that's 27. 2 more uncommon, that's 94. Okay. As I said, barely drop in the bucket.
Well, we're going to talk about you and just pretend you're not here, okay? So, you know, taking Vera out of the equation, and telling them to, if we get them using the pistol, do you wish to do any mods to the las rifle?
I can do anything science 2 and below. Although with the facilities here, I might be able to do more.
You get the bonus to the roll, but they don't have the parts to be able to do that. So even if you even use
Got
your
it.
own parts, again, the weapon, firearms of any sort were non-existent.
Not even energy weapons.
Yeah.
They don't have Molotov cocktails, do they?
Nope. They don't have the tech. It just doesn't exist. You have the weapon that makes it silenced. You have I think the beryllium agitator.
Here we are, energy weapons. Short stock. Agitator.
Now, here's something to think about. And Miss Gray, this is up to you to bring it up with the group or whatnot. If you reveal this location to the pencil pushers, you will get a 10% of whatever they find here if they come here.
Find here as in raid this place.
If you More than likely, yes.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if we're bringing kids here.
Yeah, that's a
We,
non-starter.
yeah, we
Okay.
draw the line. We have lines that we do not cross.
Okay.
Snake has no lines, but some of us do. Scope mods.
Energy mods.
Huh.
Silence 1 and 2.
I'm looking at the print version of the book, and I'm noticing under energy weapon mods, it doesn't seem to list all the stock mods, and it seems to have a number of the site mods repeated. Interesting.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The night scope and the recon scope are both a stock mod and
Yeah.
a site mod.
Yeah, I feel like they should have the short stock in there. Yeah.
Damn, I know we had the package from Mr. Smith. Unless you set Saval on another weapon, you can go along and take that photon agitator and add that to the sniper rifle.
I think that photon agitator was added to Swell's weapon. Yeah.
Okay. The only other option that I can think of is to, let's see. We could always boost it. It'll give it no, because if the photon agitator was added to the weapon, photon agitator is 1 combat die and vicious.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I added that package onto Sval's rifle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can always boost it. You can always make a mod. Mod it. It's a science 2 to do. It will. There's some. Down to complexity 4. Guys, we're doing a little math and wheeling and dealing. So be a science roll. You could get the weapon modded, increasing the damage die by 1. It'll cost you 5 common and 3 uncommon crafting materials.
There's the roll. 5 common and 3 uncommon.
Yep. So Saval, increase the damage die that your sniper rifle does by 1. And what kind of barrel does the sniper rifle, does the laser rifle have? Sniper barrel, okay.
Oh no, you should have what, 5 damage on there? Oh, that's pretty good. And long range? Medium. Interesting.
No, should be long. No. It is medium. It's because by default it's a pistol, which is close. You got the 1 bump because of the barrel. Yep, the 1 bump because of the barrel.
You got a stock or no?
Full. It was a short stock?
Yeah. And short stock is just basic. That doesn't do anything.
Can go along and you can give it a. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Do I give it a full stock or
So I'll
Go
give
to
you.
marksman.
I'll let you make the choice. Of all, you go with like Sam was saying, full stock, which means the weapon gains piercing 1, or you go with recoil compensating stock, which increases the rate of fire by 1. So you would go from 8 dice to 9 dice.
if he goes with marksman stock, he can gain accurate, which would allow him better aiming characteristics.
Well, he has the option for the 2.
Yeah,
So
the fuller recoil compensating.
full recoil. Yep. There are no stocks there, and there's no barrel changes. The choice is yours. You can either increase. You would add You would have piercing and vicious while using the sniper rifle, while using the laser rifle. Okay.
No, but if you add the full stock, then you add, and it would be piercing 2 then.
Yes.
Yeah. It's gaining piercing. It's technically gain piercing 1 or add on to whatever piercing's already on the weapon.
Right. Full stock.
So full stock.
Oh.
And you are getting the damage upgrade no matter what. Just note that. Right, Phoenix?
Well, the recoil compensating would. Yeah. Right now he's up to 8 dice.
Right. The stock will not change that 8 dice.
No, that will not change that 8 die.
Right. Okay. So add the full stock. Is what we decided on. Okay. So then one more repair. That's a success. And
Costing you 4 common crafting materials.
4 common. Okay. And you now have an upgraded laser rifle.
Sally, I don't think there's any mods I can do for your Power Fist.
I don't think I can even do melee mods. I think that's
No.
blacksmithing.
Let me look here.
Yeah, that's blacksmithing.
Well, get on it, Sam.
I don't have the requirements for blacksmithing.
Well, get on it.
I would need to gain strength. Sam is puny weakling. There's a reason I don't use big guns. I like big guns and I can't lie, but Sam uses small guns. Yes, even the anti-material rifle is still a small gun.
Yep. Unfortunately not. No, I don't have anything. Same thing with you, Snake. I have nothing for either one of you. Modification. Snake, if you wish, you do. If you want to take the weapon to Henry, he will look at the heavy incinerator and work on it for you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so he cleans the weapon up for you, and he goes along and does that. Snake, do you have anything for the propellant tank mods?
Anything for the propellant tank?
Large or huge tank?
No, I don't have any of that.
So if you provide him with the gear or the materials, go along and swap the tank out for a larger tank. Still requires you to use the fuel as normal to reload,
Hmm.
but he is able to replace that for you. It'll increase the weight of the weapon by 3. Oh, Saval, your laser weapon adds weight goes up by 3. But the weapon gains high capacity, which increases the rate of fire by 1.
Or take it to 5. Yeah, I'll do it. What does he need?
It'll weigh 3. The weight will go up by 3 pounds, and I just got to go down to 211 and. Uh, 4 common and 2 uncommon crafting materials, Sam, to take off the list.
Or common?
4 common, yep, and 2 uncommon.
Okay.
What you see, Snake, when you get it back, is beside the weapon being, polished, cleaned up, most of the acid damage or the poison damage that was dealt to it as used it to block the blow has been cleaned and burnished out. The original setup of the 3 nipples underneath where the tanks were connected, 3 separate smaller tanks were connected. There's a larger central tank now occupying the same space. The other nipples are removed, and then there's a tap on the end. So you would take a tank, attach that to the tap on the end, open it up. It would, there's a small crank on the side that you would start, working, and it would drain the tank in. So you don't have to refill. You still have to refill every scene, but you can go through and burn out the full tank at that point in time. And it's a little easier to load with the apparatus and everything like that built in or provided to you.
Okay, I'll say, this looks great. It's definitely better than what Sam would have done.
And
Am I in the room?
no,
Okay.
the mechanic that was working on it kind of beams with pride, with that. He's like, well, thanks, I appreciate that. Never did anything like this before, but some of the old footage when they were fighting in Alaska, and they were using this type of weapons there against those bastards. Oh, wow, thanks.
Those communist Chinese bastards.
So, plan is to leave here, and Miss Gray, just to refresh my memory, to leave here. Wrong map. Sorry.
Blood store.
Go back to the FUD store.
Yep.
Resupply there. Head
Yep.
from FUD back to Addyville.
Yep.
Addyville back to FUD. FUD back to here, and then from here, we're heading to Glen Meadows.
Yeah.
Yep. By way of
Frogtown.
Okay, that's just making sure. So
Right. We can't go to Okawville.
Nope. You want to stay away from that. You want to avoid the giant, radioactive crater that was now Mew Mew Mew.
Yeah.
So we'll hit Frogtown. Okay. I have the option of hitting the mutant lair that I have revealed on the map that or not. Hitting that, and then straight up to Glen Meadows, Joe's Diner, and there, see if your camp is still standing. There, going the other way, up and about to either the abandoned camp to Germantown or directly across the Rad Forest to Germantown. Okay,
right.
So I got a little homework I got to work on for you for next week. Very cool. Well, is there anything else you guys want to do gear wise? They can't do anything for armor. I do apologize. Henry is like, that's above and beyond what we've even seen. Even if we try to look at some of the old, footage and archives, there's not much we can do for that. Even with the fact that you're providing the materials and we're providing the work area. But if there's anything else that we can do for you, we'll do our best.
Do I have? I have armor 1, but yeah.
Way we can repo upon Stimpaks, things like that.
Yes, they did have. They did. Miss Gray did negotiate with them for stim packs. They can provide you with 6
Perfect.
full strength stim packs too.
Not bad.
And everybody is given 1 dose of Radaway. Also
Always
full
good to have
strength.
that. Always good to have that.
Now we conclude tonight's adventure of As a Wasteland Burns. Over to Sam for the outro.
May the 4th be with you, always.
Also with you.
And butt plugs.
And butt plugs.